Fear is one of the most powerful emotions. It has a very strong effect in your mind and your body. Fear can create strong signals of response when we are in emergency. For instance, if we are caught in fire or being attacked. It can also take effect when you have faced a non-dangerous event like exam or even a party. It's naturally a response to a threat that can be either perceived or real. Anxiety is a word we use for some kind of fear that usually do with the thought of threat or something going wrong in the future rather than right now. Fear and anxiety can last for a short time and it will pass, but they can be lost for much longer, and you can get stuck with them. In some cases, they can take over your life, affecting your ability to eat, sleep, travel, or even enjoy your life. This can hold you back from doing things you want to do. And it will also affect your health. Some people become overwhelmed by fear and want to avoid situations that might make them frightened or anxious. It can be very hard to break this cycle, but there are a lot of ways to do it. You can learn to feel less fearful and to cope up with fear so that it cannot stop you from living. I understand between work, bill, family, and trying to stay healthy, everyday pressure of life can turn you into an anxious mess. Maybe you were an anxious child who grown up into an anxious adult. Or maybe you have developed anxiety in later life. Regardless of when symptoms have begun, it's possible that your mind is in overdrive and you're always waiting for a rug to be pulled out from under you. You are not alone. Here are some of my anxiety fight back tips to you. Number 1, shut it out. Talking to a trusted friend is one of the ways to cope up with the anxiety. But there is something better than talking. Scream it loud. Just take out all the emotions. Don't worry about others. Take a pillow, scream. Shout like a child. Go out and run. Be like a child. Take out all your frustration. Don't worry about anyone. Punch a pillow. Shut the door and scream out loud. That's one of the tip I will give it to you. Tip number 2. Get moving. Exercise is probably the last thing you want to do when your mind is overdrive. Exercise is one of the most natural anti-anxiety solution. Any type of movement is good. Grab a mat and break into your favorite yoga pose. Break up with caffeine. A cup of coffee, chocolate, or a Coke might help you feel better. But if caffeine is your go-through drug twice, your anxiety could get worse. Give yourself a bedtime, even in your busy schedule. Don't skip sleeping, at least for 7 hours a day. It will keep you fresh, healthy, and energetic. If you get enough sleep. You're not a robot. You need to get a sleep. We are human beings. So at least try to get 7 hours a day of sleep. And the last and very important point for you is never ever skip your meal. Skipping meal can make your anxiety worse. Your blood sugar drops when you don't eat, which causes the release of a hormone called cortisol. Cortisol can help you perform better under pressure, but it can also make you feel worse if you are already under anxiety. Mental health prescriptions have increased exponentially since the COVID-19 outbreak. Traumatic events cause a similar chemical reactions in your brain are experienced by those with chronic hormonal imbalance. Treating depression and anxiety early can result in quicker recovery and potentially reduce the risk of experiencing of similar episode in the coming future. Let me put that in a nutshell. The reason we made this video for you today is everyone is getting affected by COVID-19. Not even a single person got spared by this. Every single person got affected by COVID-19. My advice to you and to myself and to my whole family actually is stop having fear in yourself. Stop having anxiety. Try to kill that anxiety. Because this is the fact. We have to live with this COVID-19 for the rest of our life. And no one knows actually till how many years this COVID-19 is gonna last. The best way to fight with COVID-19 at this moment is don't think about it. That's the advice I wanted to give you all. Don't try to think more because you cannot help it. There is nothing in your hand. So what's the point of thinking and killing yourself and the whole environment actually around you in your house? Like if you have kids and you're going in a depression, in a trauma, or getting those panic attacks, just imagine what your kids and your family is going through. So try to avoid that. Go out, take a walk in your colony, in a nearby area. Implement those points which I have given to you. Try to avoid all those things which you are doing. So take a good deep breath and think about it. If you're, as I told you, if you're spiritual, do your prayers, Ask God, ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Bhagwan, whatever you call it in your way. Okay, Sabka Malik Ek. Sabka Malik Ek. So you have to go back, take up your scriptures, read it out, and don't take stress. This is what I wanted to give you from myself. This is what points which I wanted to give you. And there are a lot of deaths already happening. Before COVID-19, there were a lot of cases of cancers, accidents, heart attacks, and smoking causes death, and alcohol drinking causes death. There are a lot of reasons. There are a lot of deaths happening before COVID-19. So what's the point of this anxiety? We're not used to sitting at home, but we have to face it, right? This is the fact. Peace be upon you all, and take care of yourself. Assalamu alaikum.